If you're a creator or marketer, you know the grind all too well. That constant demand for high-quality video, it's endless. So today, we're going to dive into how you can build a scalable, AI-driven system that turns that manual workflow into a seriously powerful, automated content factory. Man, if you're creating content, you know this feeling. The pressure to constantly feed platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram with fresh videos is just relentless, right? It's a nonstop cycle that, let's be honest, can lead to some serious burnout. And this is where we have to totally shift our thinking. I absolutely love this quote from the n8n community because it just nails it. The solution isn't about grinding harder. It's about building smarter systems that actually work for you. This content treadmill thing is real, and it's a massive time sink. You're pouring all these valuable hours into repetitive tasks that don't really move the needle, instead of focusing on the big picture, strategy, creativity. Well, today, we're going to get you off that treadmill for good. Okay, so how do we actually do it? How do we get off that treadmill? The answer is a really powerful tool called n8n. But before we build our video factory, let's first get our heads around what n8n is and how it completely changes the game when it comes to automation. The easiest way to think about it is like digital Legos. Seriously, instead of writing a bunch of complicated code, you build your automation visually. Each block, or what they call a node, does a specific job. Maybe it reads a spreadsheet, or calls an AI service, or posts to your social media. You literally just connect these nodes to create your own powerful custom workflow. And what I find so brilliant about this is how it demystifies the whole idea of automation. Every single workflow, it doesn't matter how complex, it just boils down to this simple pattern. A trigger kicks things off, it performs a series of actions, and it can even use logic to make smart decisions along the way. And look, the results, they're pretty staggering. This quote from a user really highlights the incredible speed you get with n8n. This isn't just about saving a couple of minutes here and there. We're talking about compressing days, literal days of development into just a couple of hours. That lets you build and test ideas at a ridiculous pace. All right, enough theory. Now that we've got the fundamentals down, let's get our hands dirty. How do we actually apply this to solve our big video content problem? Well, it's time to build our automated AI video factory. And here's the best part. We don't even have to start from a blank page. n8n has this huge library of templates built by the community. For what we want to do, we're going to grab one that's designed specifically for creating AI videos with a service called Seedance and then publishing them everywhere. So our whole process starts with something super simple. The trigger for our entire video factory is just adding a new row to a Google Sheet. You drop in a title, a script, maybe a few keywords, and the second you do that, boom, the whole machine kicks into gear. No buttons to press, no apps to open. And this right here is where the magic happens. n8n grabs that script from the spreadsheet and uses what's called an HTTP request node to send it over to the Seedance AI platform. Just think of this node as a universal messenger. It lets n8n talk to basically any service on the entire internet. It's what lets us turn our simple text into a finished video, completely automatically. And here it is, the grand finale, the big payoff. Once that video is created, the workflow doesn't just stop. It automatically takes that video and publishes it directly to TikTok and to YouTube. The entire process, from just an idea in a spreadsheet to a live video on multiple platforms, happens with zero manual work. You know, this ability to handle these complex multi-step processes all in one place is exactly why so many people prefer n8n. As Igor points out here, other tools might be good for simple A to B connections, but n8n really shines when you're orchestrating an entire end-to-end system, just like our video factory. So we've built this incredible video factory, right? But believe it or not, that's just scratching the surface of what's possible here. Let's zoom out a bit and explore how people are using n8n to build not just simple automations, but truly intelligent AI agents. So what even is an AI agent? Well, it's a huge leap beyond a basic workflow. Instead of just following a path you set for it, an agent can actually reason, it can plan, and it can decide which tools it needs to use to achieve a goal. It's kind of like having a digital employee that can look at a problem, figure out a solution, and then just get to work until the job is done. And the stuff you can do with this is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, imagine building chatbots that can intelligently answer questions by searching through all of your internal company documents, or AI assistants that go out and research and qualify sales leads for you. You can even build whole teams of specialized AI agents that collaborate on really complex tasks, like creating an entire marketing campaign from scratch. I mean, check this out. The speed that you can develop these advanced AI systems at now is just breathtaking. What used to be a month-long coding project for a whole team of specialists can now be prototyped and even deployed in a matter of minutes. This just completely lowers the barrier for building really sophisticated AI-powered solutions. Okay, and this is also super critical, the pricing. It's built for these kinds of complex AI workflows. See, a lot of other tools, they charge you for every single step your automation takes, but with n8n, you just pay for per execution. So that whole 10-step video factory we just talked about, that only counts as one billable unit, not 10. When you start to scale, this can mean a massive cost reduction. We're talking over 90% in some cases. We have covered a ton of ground, from the absolute basics of visual automation all the way up to orchestrating these intelligent AI agents. So the final step is to bring this all back to your world. What can you build with this kind of power? So when you boil it all down, n8n gives you this really unique combination of advantages. First, you get total control over your data because you can self-host it. Second, you get incredible flexibility to connect to any service you want. And third, you get the power to build these truly intelligent systems that go way beyond just simple automation. And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Think about your daily work. Seriously, what is that one repetitive process that just drains your time and your energy? Whether it's researching leads, generating reports, managing social media. Now imagine just handing that entire job over to an autonomous AI agent. What would you build first?